What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. I'm gonna talk about it. But first, do me a favor. If you new, hit the subscribe, and if you haven't already, hit the like button. I sit back and I think too much, and I be asking myself questions, and a lot of times I answer, but then you think like it gotta be other perspectives, other ways to look at it. And I had this question, what's reality? You know, we is it what's in front of us, what's like happening in real time that's right in front of us? Is that reality? Or is it what we accept? Is that reality? Um, a lot of people is what they believe. So it's interesting to see what other people think reality is. Because I think our reality, I think we have the power to manipulate our reality. I don't think I know. I know we have the power. Very use YouTube, but we have the power to shape, design, add, subtract to our reality. And I don't believe a lot of people understand that you actually have the key, have the power to create your own reality. But to do that, you got to understand what it is. And so that's why I pose this question: what is reality? To people, is it what's right in front of you that you can observe, or is it what you accept? What up, Corey? Appreciate you coming through. Corey, you an intelligent woman. What's reality to you? You can hit the link. I just had a question. What's reality? Is it what we see right in front of us? Is it what we accept? Because I believe it's a little bit of both. Because even you've been in the hospital, I know you done seen things that other people haven't seen. So you look at things differently. And that's another thing. Like, what's reality to one person could be different to another person. And understanding that, how do we interact with one another? How you doing, Corey?
I'm doing all right, and yourself?
I'm
How
doing
was
good.
the familia?
Oh, they doing good. Everybody sleep, so I get to spend a little bit more time on here.
All right, that's good. That's what's up. But yeah, so you're the word from 504.
Yeah, I've been in 504 chat. I've been in other chats too, but yeah, I'm that's my like home base.
I know, cause she always be shouting you out, and I'll be like, okay, what's up? The word,
Yeah,
the
I love Miss.
word, what's happening, baby?
I love Miss 504.
Oh
Yeah,
no, what happened? Where is she?
she got struck, so she should be coming back soon on her main channel. She got a backup channel. I don't know if people. I put that in my chat. Her backup channel.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah, I haven't spoke with her, and I mean I text her. That's when she told me she got struck. But yeah, I
That's
was
what happened.
yeah.
Oh, I thought she was in hiding.
Oh nah, she ain't hiding. Miss 504. She ain't hiding from nothing.
I
You know,
know, right?
she ain't
Okay.
hiding from nothing.
Okay. So yeah, what was the subject again?
What's
The
reality?
reality.
Yeah, what's reality to you?
Reality is whatever you make it for yourself. Reality is different for different people. You know what
And
I
that,
mean? Some people's
yeah,
reality is on the moon and in the stars. Some people's reality is on Earth. You know what I'm saying? People's
yeah,
realities are different.
and I think that's what makes it so hard for us to not only to
Come together
communicate,
and understand
yeah, but come
because
together and
we don't
understand.
have we don't have come together meetings and get like-minded people together and explore and talk. Because when we come together, it's so much confusing because we don't have meetings. Don't you know every culture they have a place where they congregate and they have meetings?
And see, that's this why I like having these conversations. Because honestly, I know that, but I didn't think of it that way.
Hmm.
And that's what
We don't
but
know because we don't talk about it.
exactly. And that's kind of why I like doing this. And this is what I do on my channel. I just try to bring people together and talk about things that affect all of us. But
And that can possibly help
yeah,
as well.
because I do a lot of self reflection, and a lot of the things that I see that's wrong with us as people, I
Hmm.
used to suffer from it.
Yeah,
And
me too. Me too. I admit it.
and that's what
Yes.
and especially I think that's what's one of the hardest things for what you just said. You admit it. That was one of the hardest things for me to do was to look at myself like, damn, I do that, and I'm not helping. So,
Hmm.
and then and then like you said, like reality is different for different people. So, when
Hmm.
you interacting with people, a lot of times you don't understand how to interact with the people because of the way they look at things.
But for me, I'm like the fourth of five children, so I'm looking for someone to take the lead per se, kind of, sorta. So I'm looking for a man to kind of, I guess I'm a little old fashioned to kind of lead me the way to like, this is how we should move. Like, I'm not a man. That's the man's duty
And
to lead the
see,
woman.
it's a lot of
No,
it's a lot of different perspectives on that. But like I said, these
mm,
conversations that we don't have because
it's obvious. The
yeah,
man is a stronger. You guys have muscles. We have fat. I
it,
mean, well, you know what I mean.
no.
Naturally, whatever.
So let me ask
You
you
guys
this:
have
what?
more muscle because a woman can have like a glass of wine, and a man can have a glass of wine. She might be messed up, but the man can have way more wine than a woman can usually. Usually. Now, if you
Usually,
can, if yeah, if you can, if you can overdrink a man, I'm
I'm scared of you.
right.
I'm scared of you. And see, so what would you say for women who don't think that way, who think that they can take the lead?
More power for them. It's somebody for everybody.
Exactly.
Maybe she needs a submissive man. I don't know.
And see, I think
But
that's
I
the
don't
thing.
I don't like a submissive man. I like a man to, you know,
But see, that
do
point
what
you
a
just
man's supposed to do.
exactly. But that
Plain and
point you
simple.
just made, maybe you didn't say it was wrong. You said it's somebody out there, and I think
Right.
we don't see we. I like the fact that you didn't judge it, that you
Mm-mm.
see it as a place for it somewhere, you know.
Mhm.
And I think we need to, like you said, have coming together. That's what I'm gonna try to do on this page.
Open minded. Like, why are you so close minded? Like, do certain things. It's like I could tell like sometimes people in my family something they will never listen to me. As soon as somebody else said, they'd be like, "Oh, this is the shit," and it's a ooh ooh ooh. I was like, "Man, that's what I was saying the whole time."
And I sit back, and when people do that, like
I be
when
like,
people,
"Man, that's what I was saying the whole time."
I hate when people do that because I just sit back and be like, okay, so I guess
Yeah, you
they
just not
said it better,
discovering it. Yeah, I guess they said it better. Okay.
but it's not even
Fuck
that. You
you
know what?
very much.
No, it's not even they said it better. You know what it is?
Or
Um,
whatever the case may be, I'd be like, mm.
and I found it to be this too. Some people just they look at certain people as authority figures. So When they don't say it, they don't really listen. But when they say it, then they do.
Right. It depends on who it's about who we like.
Yeah. You know what? I take you deeper. It's not even about who I like. Is what I can tolerate.
Mm.
If you really think
They don't
about it,
like the truth. They be like, "Here come the truth." We don't want to hear the truth.
truth, right? Because the
They
truth
be
sometimes
running.
be ugly.
Ooh, shit. Ooh,
The
they be
truth,
running.
the truth be ugly sometimes. You
Yeah,
know,
and I
and they
have
don't
to, but
want
I
to.
can't do that. I have to have some kind of self-control.
Yeah, people
No,
like
with the truth. Don't ain't nobody trying to hear the truth. So now I gotta be fake and phony. I don't like to be fake and phony, but you know what? Being on this YouTube, I'm sure learning. You feel me?
see just go rock
I'm
out over
sure
there.
learning from this YouTube how to be fake and phony.
Mhm. And see that you know what? Honestly, it might sound crazy, but I just try to. I don't know. It is. I'm learning so much off air about. I'm learning like different type of people. I mean, because we evolve with everything.
It's
So
like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder.
yeah, and it's like animals evolving in the jungle because of the conditions of the jungle change. Now we on the internet, like a lot of stuff. Like I just told one of my partners, like the reason why I am the way I am because I know how I feel to get hit in the mouth. So that's why I just don't say what I
What
want
do
to
you
say.
mean hitting the mouth?
That's like the way I grew up. Like you just couldn't say
Oh
things
yeah,
you
you get
wanted to
popped
say
in.
because
Oh,
you
you
get
get
hit in
popped
the
in the
mouth.
mouth.
So
Ooh,
you
we
would be
get popped.
cautious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you be
Your lip
cautious of
might be
what you say
swole.
and who you say it to. But on here, you can say
Right.
anything to anybody,
Hmm.
and it's like no instant consequence.
Right?
You know, it's no instant consequence. So you can say whatever you want to anybody you want.
Do you give a virtual smack?
Right. If they invent that, maybe things will calm down. And if they
Ooh,
invent a virtual smack, everything will
everybody.
calm down.
I'm just clowning. Excuse me.
No, you good. We having fun. You know, I jumped back on. You know, I did a little video earlier, and then jumped back on just to talk, just to kick it.
Right?
Because like
Because
I
these
said,
streets are dead. And I want to laugh. Like I'm a goofball. Ain't nobody laughing. Everybody mad. Like why you so mad?
because
Why everybody so damn mad? Like smile, laugh.
it's
Shit.
not enough of that in the world. It's
Enjoy
not.
life.
It's
You
not
may
enough.
not be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you
You
never
never
know what
know.
might happen. I mean, people will go to sleep tonight and not wake up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand. Like the older I get, the more I appreciate life. You know, I'm only 38, so I'm still young,
Yeah.
but I've been through a lot of
But
shit in
old
life.
to some people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some people, like I know a lot of people ain't make it to 20, let alone 38. So the older I get, the more I appreciate life, and the more I appreciate life, the more things I find to be grateful and
And
find
wisdom is
happiness.
education. There's no rush. There's no rush, but it is education for sure. I love talking to older people. I
Oh yeah,
really do. Like,
you know
dang.
my
They be like, I only had like a third grade education, but they'll tell you some stuff that can probably change your life,
yeah.
you know?
That's what amazed me. Like with my grandmother, she graduated high school. She never went to college, but she birthed. I don't. She birthed half of a town as a midwife. Like she was a working nurse. You know, back
Mm,
then you get the degrees. You was a nurse, but she went and
wow.
she went and learned nursing, and then moved up north into a small town and became a midwife.
Oh,
She
bless
took.
her heart.
She was the first person to tell me never accept education to work for somebody. Take the education and create your own job. And
Amen
that's what
to that.
she learned how to birth kids and moved to a small town and became a midwife.
That's awesome.
And then later on, she became a Head Start teacher. So yeah, that
Oh,
was dope. I mean, but like older people, just to like you said, experience that turns into wisdom over time.
That's
And
probably where you get your caring side from, because you come from a caring breed.
yeah, I
You know
do.
what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
yeah, me too. But
Yeah,
that Kanye song when he said, "Hater, hater dudes, marry hater ladies and have hater babies." That
yeah.
stuff is so true. It be all up in the family.
And I noticed that too. I noticed that. Not even like for
It
far
be
as the
all up in the family, like whatever the case may be. Everybody be on the same.
on the same level. I was about to say I noticed that with like hate, not like hater, but
Or
like just
love or
I noticed.
finances or fashion or mechanics or whatever the case. The whole family kind of be like that.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So, like, even like when we talking about what's reality, because like you said, it's
It's
whatever
different for everybody. Yep.
different for everybody. Because I know people, like I grew up in Detroit. I know people who was well into their 20s, about to be 30, never went across 8 Mile because they thought
Mhm.
it was, they go get arrested because, and that was their reality,
Exactly. Caged animals and didn't even know it.
and didn't even know it.
Didn't
And see,
even
that's
know.
what. So that's why when I interact with people, that's why I ask questions like this. I like to see how people think. That I'm bad at that. That's like an OCD of mine. Is like I like to understand people, like their perspectives, why they think the way they think. Is that bad?
Right. Yeah. No, it's not. It's a connection that, you want to just talk and trying to explore and just be real with someone, but everybody be on that fake stuff a lot. It's just like, where's my people? Where my people go? Where my people go?
And see,
I
I
can't
figured,
find my people. God dang it. Shoot,
and
where my people? I be feeling like, where my people?
you know what else I learned on this app too? That you
What's your
can.
sign?
What's my sign? I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. Believe it
Oh,
or not.
wow. Wow.
Do I
Okay.
have
That's
characteristics of a
different.
bull?
Not at all. Not at all. But my
I'm,
granddaughter is a bull and I love her. Oh my God. Yes. She is the shiznai to me. Yeah.
who I think me and Chris Brown got the same birthday.
Oh, okay.
Either Chris Brown or Tim Duncan, one of them.
But you know
And
what? And another thing, it's not about that, but it has to do with environment, like outside environment, your family upbringing and all that stuff comes into play. But usually there's some kind of commonality in signs. I don't know. Is that just me or is it real?
I,
Because
I,
I have an Aquarius friend. I grew up with her and she was just like really outgoing and I was more introverted. So it was about her upbringing. You know what I mean? Our upbringings were different. We was in the same neighborhood. I don't know. She was very boisterous. I'll be like, girl, be quiet. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me. Just loud. Shh. So
it's,
yeah, I don't know. I went too far.
nah, you good. I learned this on this app too. You can have different interactions with people, like far as like you can watch somebody have an interaction with a person and have a totally different interaction with that person. Because like a lot of people on here that people don't like, I'm actually like kind of I get along with them.
Exactly. It's like it's yeah, it's a small society, I'll say.
Yeah, it's small.
I say I just put it in God's hands. That's
Yeah,
how I do. That's how I was taught. My grandmama taught my mama that, and my mama taught me that. And I
yeah,
try to teach that to my kids, but at least my mama taught that to them before she passed. Because I take them little boys to church and I try to pinch. my son because him and his friend was acting the fool. I didn't know they had smoked weed before they went. I didn't know they was just in there just laughing and everything. And so I pinched my son because that's what my mom used to do to us, right? So I pinched him. He said, "Ow!"
Now, let me ask
I
you
was
this.
so embarrassed.
But you went to
I
church a
was
lot
so
when
embarrassed.
you went to church a lot when you was little.
All the time,
Have
yes.
you ever seen someone catch the Holy Ghost?
I caught it.
When I was younger, the first time I seen somebody caught the Holy Ghost, that was like the best experience ever. See, like an older lady, because I grew up around all older people. My grandmother
But
raised me,
some of them ladies used to be faking it though.
but it
And
still be funny.
that's
They be getting it. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh
they
man,
be faking it, but I know it's a real thing because I caught it before. Real talk though. No lie, no joke. I really did. Something came up, yeah. I was playing the tambourine. I was like, "Choo, choo, 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 do, 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 do." And all of a sudden I was like, ooh, cha 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 cha. I don't know. Maybe it was my ancestors. How about that?
and see, now I can
Okay.
because I study religion, I study spirituality, I practice the ways of the ancestors. So definitely I will atone to giving all glory to the ancestors. But I think that's another thing too. Like even though we got
Something came
differences,
over me.
it,
And
it,
it wasn't no fake thing. It wasn't. I was just, oh my God. And I was living with my godmother at the time, and she was really, really mean. And she was like a deaconess in the church, very, very churchy, but she was evil. Ooh, that lady was evil. But then after I caught the Holy Ghost, she was like, "Baby, do you want us some cherries?" She gave me a big bowl of cherries. I was like, "Thank you."
oh man,
Yeah, she gave me a big old bowl of cherries. She was like, "Oh, she was really nice for like one day, and then she went back to her evil ways."
back to her evil ways. Can you imagine if they had? Did they have Facebook when you did that? Like, can you imagine if that was like in today's
Oh
world, you would
my
have recorded,
gosh! Oh, I would probably would went viral. I
you would
would
have
have
been on
been viral.
TikTok.
I
You'd have
would
been
have
on.
been rich.
That's even crazy to think about. Like when you was younger till now. Like you imagine, I would have got in trouble if all this social media stuff was going on when I was
Oh
younger.
yeah,
I would have got in trouble.
yeah. It's not it's a good thing. It's a yin and a yang. It can be good or it can be evil. It depends on how you want to use it. So if you want to use it for good, then do that. If you don't, then don't. Simple as that. It's very simple. I don't know why people try to make things so complicated all the time.
I don't. I think people overcomplicate things.
That's what I'm saying.
Life is not really hard. Just do unto others as you wish done unto you.
Duh.
And then you do that, you good. You know, you go out and treat
Mhm.
people good, you
Take
good.
care of your responsibilities. If you create a seed, take care of it.
Oh, definitely.
And
And you
don't be
know,
going around being no Nick Cannon when you ain't no freaking millionaire.
and like I said, I studied the
Even
Bible.
that's wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah, that Nick Cannon. Yeah, but like when I read that chapter in the Bible when it said the son will pay for the sins of his father, I really
Hmm.
indulged in that and learned. I needed to know what that meant, and that
Hmm.
means that the father will teach his son,
Hmm.
and you would make the same mistake. So I set out not to make those
Hmm.
mistakes. So that's why I only got, I got my
We're
wife, my two
sponges.
kids. I'm sorry.
We're sponges. We watch.
Yeah,
As
but
children, we just know what we know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you good. But like you said, I seen the mistakes my father made, and I made it a point not to make them. You know,
You
I
did the
made it a point.
opposite.
Right, because I understood what it was saying.
That's
See,
what I tried to do.
a lot of people think that you're doomed to make,
The
you have
same.
to. No, and it's not saying that. What it's saying is that's who we learn from as men. We learn from the father, and if the father is sinning, he gonna teach the son to sin.
Or you're going to learn from your uncle. If you don't have a father,
It-
you might have an uncle that's, relevant in your life. It can
what?
be anybody who's a genuine man who wants to help raise a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. What
Or
up,
it
Lovey?
don't have to be a father. It's just a genuine male who
Mel.
can teach you. Yeah,
It's who
it's
you
like,
decide to learn from.
right.
And so I learned from his mistakes. So
Mm.
instead of doing what he did, I did kind of like the opposite. In some instances, with some things, my dad got 6 kids by 4 different women. I just got me and my wife. I ain't got no kids by nobody else, and
That's
I'm done. So
yeah. That's
you know,
not
I,
the truth. That kind of living. Why would you want to have children over here, children over there, and children everywhere? Who does that?
and like I asked my dad,
And then buy some bras you don't even freaking know that well. And
and
then your
see,
child come up being like them.
and my brother, it
Woo!
hit my brother like that. That's how it hit my brother. Um,
And then your child grow up being like them. You
being
be like,
like
oh,
that,
I don't know why.
and then now that verse makes sense.
Keep it in your pants. Do something. Don't bring another life into this world until you got your life right. It ain't even about finances, really. I mean, you got to have money to live, but it's about, where's your mindset? Are you ready to bring another child into this world today? You better stop fucking playing.
Lovey
All the
said, "Hey,
real
Corey."
ones,
I don't know
huh?
if you see the chat. Lovey said, "Hey." Lovey in the chat. She said, "Hey."
Oh, hey, lovey beating star.
I love
Hey,
my
little
Lovey.
chocolate drop.
I love Lovey.
I know. I like her little mousy voice. She be trying to cut somebody. I be like, girl, please. She be like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like,
I ain't messing with Lovey. I am not messing with Lovey.
I love Lovey. I love
I,
her.
I
I
love me
love
some
you,
Lovey.
love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you. Let me see if I can get to the chat. Hold on.
I'm surprised Lovey ain't hit the link. Where's my phone at?
Lovey, I don't want no smoke.
I was about to say, don't get me beat up.
Lovey, I don't want no smoke. I love you, girl. You little chocolate drop. Oh, there she is. Hey, Lovey. What you doing, girl?
And we just, Lovey, what's reality to you? Is it what you see, or is it what you believe? Or like
Lovey's
Corey said,
reality is beading. I bet she be dreaming about beads. Beads, beads,
Lovey had mad skill. I gotta Lovey. I'm gonna post those
beads.
pictures. I had last couple of days. I had family emergency. My little niece had to get emergency surgery, so I've been kind of discombobulated. But we took the baby to do professional pictures, but like I said, we was rushing, trying to hurry up and do everything, and I didn't even. We missed like 3 outfits, so I didn't take pictures with the beads. But I'm gonna post my baby, her arms anyway. I don't want to put her face on the internet. It's weird. People on here do crazy shit, but yeah, I want to post. With Lovey, she blessed me, and I want to post those pictures.
That's what's up.
But like, it's some good people on here with good hearts. Like, because she didn't have to do this. The
Oh, talent.
second batch of
It's all
beads.
about uplifting one another. Forget all this
Yeah,
hatiness stuff.
especially like I said, this technology is giving us the opportunity to come together from all different places all over the world, and we can begin to build. We can start on here.
Exactly.
Start on here.
Because everybody have their own talent too. So
Yes,
why hate
yes,
on somebody for their talent? Get your
yeah.
own talent and stop fucking hating on me.
And that's what
Trying to take mine.
I don't understand all the hate.
I start getting gangster. I be like, don't try to take mine. Don't try to take mine.
But that's I mean, but that we that's learned behavior. That's what they did to us.
Man.
Instead of cooperating and sharing with us, they took us literally. Like
No, I'm
cocaine
just
and
saying,
trash.
like, even with us, yeah, we're conditioned. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's what I'm saying.
understand why
Learned
some
behavior.
people don't understand, like, why we do this, why we just do that. Don't you know you are conditioned to do what you're doing right now?
Doing yes, yes, and that's what I be trying to tell people. We got to take those conditions away, but we got to start
Exactly. It
eliminating.
gotta
But you got to
start from one. When I go into my room be a mess. You're like, where am I gonna start? I just start one by one. And then before you know it, it's good again.
But you got to be aware though, because if you ain't aware, you won't start, making the necessary changes. If you're not aware, you need to make them. And like you said, a lot
I
of
don't know.
people,
Everybody's not like-minded.
right?
Excuse me. Some people do not have critical thinking, as it was mentioned before the other day.
Yeah,
If you don't have critical thinking, then you would never get it. And if you're ruled by something other than righteousness, you're never going to get it. Never.
and that's what I think was one of my biggest lessons is like
If
because
you're
I used
ruled by something other than that, you're never going to get it.
to,
Never gonna get it, never
never
gonna get
gonna
it,
get it.
never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Because I used to think I used to try to be perfect, and then I'm like I'm much more than perfect. I'm divine. I'm made from the Creator. I'm supposed to be trying. I mean, if you're religious, the goal is to get to heaven, right? So to do that, you got to
But
be righteous.
you can never be perfect.
Nah,
Never.
perfection is something that's unattainable because perfection is judged by others.
That's your reality.
But
Boom.
I'm gonna say that perfection is judged by others. I can think I'm perfect, but will I
Mm-mm.
accept? But
You
I
think
don't
you're
even try to be
perfect?
perfect. No, I think I'm divine. I think I'm
Well,
created from the Creator,
that's what's up.
and that's
Amen
and
to
and
that.
that's that righteousness. That's what I'm trying to
Right.
be. I'm trying to be
Yeah.
godlike,
I like that.
and that changed my way of thinking. I stopped
Have
trying to
you
be
ever
perfect.
heard of the Israelites?
I studied with the Israelites for 4 years. Four
Oh,
years.
okay. That
I
sounded
studied with a group of Hebrew Israelites. I studied with um, some Kemetic priests. I studied all the religion. And when I say study, like I practice.
mm-hmm.
I actually practice. Like even Islam. Like the five pillars was a big part. I still practice the five pillars. So what I do is use the things that's useful from every
Right.
religion.
That works for you.
Yeah, I use it
I
because
went to the
like
Kingdom Hall. I went to the mosque. Where else? I went to. Did I go to Catholic? No, Seventh Day Adventist. I went to a Catholic funeral before. That was different.
yeah,
Uh,
that's an Egyptian ritual.
Man, I was like, how many times I gotta get up and sit down? I
Yeah,
said, get up, sit down,
but,
get up, sit
but,
down, get up, sit down,
you
get up, sit down. I was the fucking
thought you was in a Pilates class or something, huh?
No,
Like you was
I
getting a
was looking
workout.
around like, is this for real?
Yeah, yeah. It's but the way they bury their dead, that's a whole Egyptian ritual when they take.
But every time the pastor, he'd be like, the pastor, not the priest. It's the priest. Stand up, sit down, stand up. That's some bullshit. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Hey, just put your
I don't care what nobody's saying. That's some bullshit.
just put your exercise app on your watch while you're doing it. It'll be good. Get a workout on.
Just look. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. I'm sorry.
No, you good. We laughing. We having fun, man. That's what it's about. This is what we need. You know, like you said, we need a spot we can come together and build and laugh.
I'm like, stop telling me what to do. I don't like nobody telling me. I don't like nobody telling me.
So
that's what my friend be like. You need to chill. You know, you better sit your ass down. Not in those words, but that's how I take it. You know, those eyes be like, you better sit your ass down. So, ooh, shit. Hey, you need the yin to your yang. Find the yin to your yang.
What does that mean to you, yin and yang? How do you look at that concept?
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Is it like a balance of good and evil?
It can be a balance of that. It can be a balance of family. It can be a balance of chores. It can be a balance of in-laws. It can be a balance of whatever you want to balance.
So it's just basically having balance overall.
Yeah, have some kind of understanding. Talk to your mate and have some kind of balance. Can we kind of meet in the middle somewhere? But you have to have the conversation though. Balance ain't gonna just happen like, you know, quickly. But yeah, just talk about it.
See,
can we meet in the middle somewhere? I love that shit. I love that. That's sexy as hell. Excuse me. But yeah, good. I love that.
And see, that's what I think. That's why me and my wife work so well, because everything we do is we complement
grown folks stuff.
Yeah, we complement. It's like it's not about me,
one another.
Not about her. It's about accomplishing.
You guys complement one another.
Yeah, so that's why me and her work. That's why me and her work so well together. Where I slack off, her weaknesses, my strength.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
one don't try to dominate another one. I don't believe
it's a team.
Yeah.
You're going to be with this person for the rest of your life. You got to raise these children. They're going to be looking at you. You was a sponge, and now you are the sponge to them. They're going to be watching everything, even when you think they don't see. Oh, they see everything.
Oh yeah, and my son mimics me. Like when my wife, like when she was like 9 months pregnant, I had to help her put her shoes on. So he watched me a couple times, and then every time she was going out the house, he'd help her with her shoes on.
Oh,
he rub her feet. He watched me rub her feet.
Sweet. Oh, I love that.
He won't.
But you don't want him to be submissive to the wrong person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want him to get the wrong one, and then she be treating him like a dog in the streets. You know
what? That happened to me. I can honestly. I can honestly say,
don't do my baby like that. I'm coming after your ass.
Right, and that's how my mama was, because I was raised by women, so I got that softer side when it comes to women. Like I've been around them and understand them, and it was older women too. Like my grandma was a strong woman. Like she didn't.
Spiritual.
Yeah, and she taught me how to do everything, how to cook, how to clean. She said she used to tell me the only thing you need a woman for is reproduction. And I didn't understand that when I was little. I'm like, what the hell is reproduction? And then when I got older, I'm like, okay. She wanted me to be self-sufficient, but
Oh, right.
she
That's what's
wanted
up.
me to be confident in myself where I
Right.
didn't need a woman.
Wasn't dependent. We
Yeah.
supposed to raise
um,
children to be independent,
Yeah.
not
Um,
dependent, you
so
know.
like she gave me that not accepting side. Like I'm not just willing to because I know my value. So, but anytime I had a bad relationship with women, I didn't take it to the next relationship. I never did that. It was like, okay, that happened in that relationship. I learned from it, and then I went to the next one. I didn't take that baggage, and I appreciate her for that because I see people do that now, and I don't. I've never did it, and I don't understand that concept. So it was weird to me. Like, why is you?
Everybody is different. Don't
Yeah.
judge.
No, I don't judge now. I'm saying I didn't understand it before, but now
Oh,
I didn't understand it before, but now I do because, like I said, I got to a point. I don't judge nothing nobody do. I rather understand it instead of judge
I
it.
judge some things when you do certain things. I can judge it, but I just try to stay away from it. If I
And
don't
see,
like it, I try to stay away from it, period.
that's even like I do
I
that.
don't even want to have to judge it. I'll be like, I'm out.
See, I do that. That's what I say is what I can tolerate. Like I don't.
Oh,
So like that's what I look at things for what it is, and if I can tolerate it, I deal with it. If I can, I don't. But I still don't judge it because of the different variables involved. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you
never
never
know.
know. And then I don't do it for this reason because I know I have changed. And if the people who judge me, that's just how they think of me. So they'd never be able to see the changes I made.
As
So
long
that's
as you
another-
know who you are, then you're good. It don't matter if they can see it.
exactly. But on the
You
flip side,
know.
that's why I don't do it because I understand people do change. And if I judge them, then it'd be hard and difficult for me to see the changes that people make. And that's like the major reason I don't judge people because I understand, things happen. Sometimes we act off emotion. Sometimes we react off because of the experiences we had in life, and you never know another person's story or what they had to endure. And
Never you will you ever, ever, ever walk in someone else's shoes.
no,
Never will you ever.
no. So that's why I don't judge. It just don't benefit me. But I do analyze things and determine if I can tolerate it or not. If I can't, I just get away from it. If I can, then I endure. I accept the good with the bad.
Hmm. That's life. Life ain't all peaches and cream.
Corey, I'm in the Bay Area. Ain't you in Cali? Love you, said
No.
you in Cali. Cali.
No, my guy is from the Bay Area though.
The blessing of life force motivated every day. Appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate you, bro, for stopping through and showing love. See, I love when people come in with that positive energy. Because that
I'm in the Northwest. I was raised in LA though. But
Northwest.
since I've been here, it's a lot of, Cali people here, Southern and Northern. And my friend, he's from the Bay Area.
Bay Area. I love when Lovey said
Bay Area.
you gotta hear Lovey say it. It
He's
ain't
like, blow the
nothing.
whistle. Blow the whistle. We be in the car, we be jamming, like, blow the whistle.
Hey, the Bay has some of the best music. I just got hip to the bit like Bay Area music probably about 10 years ago. I mean, I always listen to E40, but I'm talking about like the underground artists and stuff. The Bay got some great artists.
Yeah, we love listening to music together. We're both musical people. I'm like, have you ever heard this? Oh, oh, I know all music. I'm like, oh, wow, I love music. I really, really do.
See, I grew up weird because I grew up with older people, so I like the more.
Oh, everything
Name.
was quiet.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it
no,
was
that was
like
like my godmom.
it
Yeah.
had meaning though. It had essence to the music. It made you feel good when you listen to it. You get in the groove. That's why they call it soul music. Like people
Mm-hmm.
dance no more nowadays. They don't. They
Okay.
lost rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
That
getting no more of
music
that
is,
soul
do
music.
you know why little babies be bouncing around? As soon as you put on some music, any little baby will start bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
It's innate.
It's in the DNA.
It's in the DNA. Worldwide,
But you know what happened?
nationwide. Them
They
little
start.
babies be bouncing. I don't care what culture. They be like, hey, they.
But see, what happened too is they start indoctrinating us with all this like drill rap, this lower vibration music,
Yeah, that's nothing.
and that affects the
That's
soul.
nothing. Ain't nobody feeling that.
These young people is.
And I used to, what was that one song I used to love all the time? Oh, shit. Goosebumps by, what's his face?
Goosebumps.
Yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
Oh yeah,
And then I saw the video. I was like, is this a devil music? Is this the devil's music? I was like, I used to love that song. Travis
Travis.
Scott.
Uh, you know what's that one
I get
song?
those goosebumps every time. And that's a jam, though. It still is.
Man, some of this music though, nowadays is crazy. Is and he one of them artists too who create a lot of this. Um,
Who,
I guess.
Travis?
Yeah, I mean, from the visuals, the music is
I
good,
used to
but
love that song. I saw that video. I was like, ooh, have I been listening to devil's music all
that's
this
what I'm
time?
saying. When you see the visuals to it, then you
Yeah.
start wondering, like, what is this? Um,
Right.
yeah, so that's one of them artists though. They make good music.
What
You
you
hear it
really
in
trying to
the radio.
do?
Yeah, you
Get the
and then
side eye on your ass, like,
well, back in the day, they used to say like Prince made devil music, but compared to what we listening to today, like nah.
No, it was the rock stars like Led Zeppelin. I went to high school with all white people, so that's probably like I'm a little bit strange because I was almost turned. You feel
Man,
me?
I love rock and
I
roll.
was almost turned, and then I moved back to my neighborhood. But if I wasn't moved back to my neighborhood, oh my God, I would have been like one of these people I don't like on here, or a couple of these people. Like, oh
I
my God, yeah, yeah, the fucking nigger tactics. Well, what the fuck did she just say? Them nigger bitches. What the fuck did she just say? Bitch. Mm. You
man,
be
I'm gonna
saying
have
that
my
nigger.
camera
That
on.
was a hard nigger.
If I
That
had my
was a hard nigger.
if I had my
Nah,
camera,
nigga. I know. I was right. I went to high school with them bitches. I'm telling
you hear that
you, I
ER?
went to high school with them bitches.
Is
And then
it,
we be like, nigger. They said I nigger lipped a cigarette. My dumb ass didn't even know what it was. Cause I wet the cigarette. This girl said I nigger lipped.
no, you know what? I went to like when I first started working in the hospital, right? When
Nah, nigga.
when I first started working in the hospital, I was a transporter, and I went to go get a patient. It was a little old white lady, and she was like, "I don't want no nigglets touching me." And I'm like,
She said a
I didn't,
nigga.
I didn't know what that was, right? So I'm like,
Right?
"What?" She was like, "Get out of here." So I'm like, I went and told the
Goodness.
nurse, and when I said it, I'm like, I'm not thinking like she said the N word. I'm not. I don't
Because she
know.
said let's.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want no little nigglet touching me. I'm like, what the fuck is a nigglet? Like, So I went to the desk and I'm like, look, she
A
tripping.
giblet.
Yeah. So, so I went to the desk, right? And I'm like, she said she didn't want no nigga touching me. And everybody looked, and then all the black people start laughing. All the white people was like, oh,
Mhm.
I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, what's that?
They
And
wanted
they,
to crack. You know they wanted to laugh.
yeah, I know they did. I know they did. I mean, because after I had to laugh when they told me it was an older black PCT. She was like,
But no, I'll be hearing people on here, a couple of people sounding like that kind of shit. I don't like it. Straight up. I don't like it.
but you know what?
Straight up.
You know, playing like I
I
used to
don't
play.
give a fuck.
I used to play the video
Excuse my
game
French.
online. No, you good. I used to play the video game online, and I guess I don't know. It don't bother me because it's like I know what I am, and they just ignorant and they trying to get a reaction out of me. I
No, but
look
I'm a
at
female. I'm a female,
yeah,
and I don't mess with females like that. I be
yeah,
like, ugh.
but I guess I had the. It's like men and women different too because I look at it like you trying to get a reaction.
If you had a dude up in your section was doing all that stuff, talking about, such and such and such, and then they'll be like, nigger, and they put that nigger on it.
Yeah, they'll be out of there.
You'll be feeling some type of way, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I feel some type of way.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it is the
That's all.
respect factor, you know.
Exactly.
And
Very disrespectful.
yeah, but it's still I fly them out of here. Like, I
Mic
wouldn't
check,
even know
mic
about
check,
them.
1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Oh, the OJs, Shaka Khan. You know what? I like the Parliaments, and I was begging
Oh,
Lovely one night.
Funkadelic. Yeah.
I erotic
Getting
city.
down just for the fuck of it. One
One
nation,
nation,
and we're on the
on the
move.
move,
Nothing can
nothing can
stop us
stop us now.
now.
You see how that music
I,
made you feel back in the day? Like
man,
that, you just
don't
grooving.
get me started.
The whole funk, nothing but the funk. But see that was music.
That's the funky music.
What about Erotic
What you
City
know
though?
about
That
the funk?
shit. Erotic City, come alive. I love that song. Love you ain't want to play it for me one night.
I
I
was
was
in
going,
high school. I had Michael Jackson and Prince on my wall, big old posters. It was Michael Jackson and Prince. That's all. Even though they weird now, but to us they was fine in the motherfucker. I used to be like, ooh, Michael Jackson and Prince.
I remember when I was 8 years old, my cousin.
It's weird now, but oh my gosh, they were the
No, that
stuff.
ain't weird because when I was
It was
eight,
the stuff.
my cousin. When I was 8 years old, my cousin took me to go see Michael. I went to a Michael Jackson concert. That was one of the best
And the
experiences
passed
I
out,
ever had.
huh?
I ain't
Yeah.
pass out. It was just I
And
was
you
trying to
got
warm
all
up.
your money's worth too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Those was performances.
He
You know,
showed, yeah, he showed out.
those was performances.
And
But
his
it was
moves was like no other.
yeah,
And now they're trying to dismiss him because they're trying to say something or whatever, whatever. But a lot of those people, Hollywood, people have records, but they ain't trying to dismiss none of them. Why y'all trying to get rid of Michael? That's what I really want to know.
oh, Chris, I take
That's
you
what
back.
I really want to know. They trying to get rid of Michael, and
They
Chris
can
Brown couldn't even do the thing, and Chris
yeah.
Brown did the Michael so bad. Motherfuckers are hating on him. Who's trying to take his place? Like Cornbread said, I ain't trying to get chips. Who's trying to get the Michael chip? Shit.
Can't nobody touch Mike. You know who sound like
No.
him that's uncanny though? Who sound like him is the
Who?
Weeknd.
Oh, I don't listen to him.
Man, that boy is bad. That's a bad boy. I like the Weeknd. That's a bad boy.
He
He
do
do.
have some nice songs, but I can't think of any of the names.
Uh-oh, my little one woke up.
Okay. Daddy Booties. Good night,
Um,
everyone. I
I
can't see
appreciate
the
you.
chat, so
I
good night.
appreciate you coming up
I
rocking
mean,
with
good
me.
morning.
Good
Sorry.
morning. No, you good. I appreciate you.
Oh, oh.
Okay, I'm about to come now. The boss
Okay,
spoke.
bye.
All right, have a good one. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Lovey, always a pleasure. Appreciate you, Chris. Hey, Chris, we're gonna have to talk music one day, man, because I love old school music. I want to get into the Chuck Berry era, though. I don't know if you know about the Chitlin circuit, but there was some good music on there too. But appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Do me a favor though, hit that like, and if you're new, hit the subscribe and turn on them noti bells. When I go live, you go live. Anytime I'm live, just ask me to drop the link, and we'll come up here and build. Have a good time. Turn me loose. Yeah, definitely, love it. But that's all I got for y'all. The little man woke. I gotta get off there. Y'all have a good one, man. Why you always pushing stuff, bro? No, why you trying to make me echo? Come on, let's go lay down.